Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Okay, I'm back and I'm alone. I had some audio issues. Hopefully you can hear me now. It looks better on my end. Anyway, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to my stream. I'm going to work on a full session today. I've got a lot of stuff to do, so I need to get down to it. But hopefully the audio is fixed now. I'm going to go ahead and open up some of these. I know you couldn't hear me. I hid that video because there was zero sound at all, so I don't know what the deal was there. But it seems to be working now. So I'll kind of reiterate everything that I already said because nobody could hear me. I've got a full session to edit. I was outdoor and actually didn't use off-camera flash, which I normally do. But I kind of played with the environment a little bit to create the shadowing that I want. So we're going to go through this. I also pulled a whole bunch of scenic images while I was waiting on my clients. Photos of the water, photos of the trees, leaves, that kind of thing. Put some texture when I can draw on those when I need some stuff like that. For the future, for future reference. So these first images are never really users. They're usually just people kind of getting ready for getting comfortable in front of the camera, you know. I'm so pale and like in between these little like bright white. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a bunch of these now. I will say, in full disclosure here, I overshot this session. Which I'd rather overshoot than undershoot, but I acknowledge that, and I like that last one actually, 1753. And I just have to keep that in mind while I'm culling these, that you know, if I've undershot or if I feel like the session didn't go very well, then I will use that to maybe play with some images that I normally would get passed by. But in this scenario, I can be pickier, and I can already feel myself not being picky enough. I'm going to end up with a lot of images. That's okay, too. That happens. 71. Oh, I like that one. 71, 77, 79. And then, because I have so many photographs for this session, I have the liberty of once they're cold, once they're pulled, if I feel like I've got too many that are similar, you know. Now I think I will go ahead and create a new action for this one. And this is going to be basic outdoor. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is sharp mask. It's pretty grainy, but then we are going to also reduce the noise a little bit. Don't want to lose the catch light. And now the important part here is the color, because we'll need to go significantly warmer than it would. Yay! Okay, let me okay, I'll pull the music down a little bit so that it's a little more balanced. Keep them from being so red. There we go. And then I'm going to do a curves bump because I didn't use off camera. There we go. All right, and that's all I'm going to do. The rest will be done individually. So I've got my basic outdoor action created, and that will save me some time going forward. And then it might just be, I'll keep the crop on this because I like the thirds. And they've got different expressions. I'll turn my mic up a little bit. I was hoping that this resetting all the audio would make my mic a little bit stronger, because I've heard that it is not. I'm going to cut this one actually in lieu of these others. Those first pictures in a session are usually just everybody kind of getting used to being in front of the camera. Kids are waking up a little bit. They're still in summer mode. This one is chopped a little on that corner, but I don't want to cut her feet. So I just want to remove any clone trails, any patterns. What's everybody doing? It feels like the weekend already. It's only Wednesday. So I'm a little messed up. Now, I had their backs to the bright part because I knew these were probably going to be, you know, not the main point of this session. But I want to hold on to their hands and his little hand in his pocket. And I'm going to take that background down some because it is overpowering. And I want you to be able to see, too, what you're looking at. And get that color on her hair. She's the prettiest hair. That light back on their clothing. There we go. Ooh, what video are you editing? I'm going to bump the warmth on this a little bit because that balance is off. Oh, that's cool. I like watching video editing on Twitch. It's cathartic. I don't shoot video. So it's always cool to see what other people are doing. The lake is so pretty. This lake is right, you can't tell by looking at it, but it's right in the middle of town. And it's a great little, I'm going to cut this one because I feel like I way overshot this session, so I can be more easily ready to let some go. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at drawing the line. A little more natural. Just going to open a whole bunch. So I'm not in a good rhythm yet. I like that better. With my streaming and making sure that I make time. Sometimes, you know, when you're which one do we like better? Yeah. Three and 05. See if there are a couple more of this. 9, 10, and then I'll just pull these. It'd be nice to stream the editing, but I'm not sure if I can show client work. I always, with my clients, I have that as part of my, it's an optional part, because I have a lot of clients that prefer not to have their images online and prefer not to have me edit them online just out of privacy. So always ask them first, and it's an optional part, but about half are really excited to do it. So that's fun. But I still have about half that would prefer not to be online at all. And it's not even just the editing, but just in general. And yeah, personal projects are always, look at that white balance, man, that's intense. That still needs a bump. So, client. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to darken that a little bit because that's overly. There we go. We had a lot of maroon sneaking in there. And then I'm going to do a usual warm up. Like sleepy music. So I have a pet peeve, and I've been seeing it more often. I think people are getting a little bit nervous about the economy. I get that. But when you see people looking for skilled trades, photography and others, you always see, I'm looking for someone, you know, that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, that's reasonable. That one really bugs me, as if, you know, a higher price point is unreasonable. But just stay within budget. Here's my budget. Somebody within budget. Here's what I want. I don't know. That's on my mind. There we go. A little oversaturated. This white balance is just intensely bad. There we go. I wonder. Let's focus just on her skin tone. Actually, getting in there into the skin tone looks pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of So let's do this. Take that up to 100. There we go. There, that's better. I'm gonna take the opacity down and sometimes these color casts. And see, I could lean into this one quite a bit. The highlights and things warmed up too. I don't know what's happening. This is what happens when I don't use off-camera flash, and I use off-camera flash 90% of the time. So I shot morning time, definitely not sunrise, but it was early, outside with no supplemental flash, but I had plenty of natural scrim options as far as lighting goes, and then we shot inside too. I think I'm going to upgrade my outdoor lighting kit. I would like to have an exclusive outdoor kit that I just keep at home, or when I know I'm going to be shooting on location. Because right now I have 2 sets of in-studio lighting, and then I have a kit that if I want to go all out inside, that I can use that too. But it travels and gets pretty beat up. So I would like to have one. I'm just gonna like a little brighter catch light. Bring attention to those freckles. I'm recognizing this music now. I've listened to this name. Oh, look at those freckles. Good stuff. Yep, got a little hand. See, that's what happens when I use my mouse instead of my stylus. Yes, light for photographs outside. For portraits, I shoot with exterior, with external flash, with off-camera flash 99 out of 100 times, and for some reason I didn't this day. I had it with me, but I felt like I would use, it's nice to have a little bit of a challenge, I guess. Just gonna, and I'm gonna bring that background down some. So I shoot in a different way when I'm shooting without off-camera flash. So I like to do that every once in a while. I would say it's subjective. I heavily prefer off-camera flash, and when you're good at it, you can't tell that it is. Whoops, that's too much. So it just looks like what your eye is seeing, and that's what I want to reproduce, is what the eye is seeing just in real life. And it offers so much more clarity, better color balance. It's all around. Martha Stewart would say, good thing. Little shadow, or this little bright spot, a little much. Take that down. I don't want quite that level of contrast. There we go. And now we played with that, so we're gonna warm it back up. I recognize the music now. In fact, I think I'm going to cut this in roll one, because I like the one in front of it and the one behind it better. Let's go about this one. Warm it up again. We're getting to that time of year where visually it looks a lot cooler than it is, or at least in my climate. So we'll hand up there. And I know that I have a ton of her up close. So I'm not worried about putting too much on this one, because I know I've got better ones down the road. Just got a nice little expression there, so I'll include it. Wow. Yeah, you see, it was cold. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open up these, and then we'll get to the family pictures next. So I kept this stack of like stone steps or something that were unused. I kept those because I really liked the texture. And amid this natural stuff, it doesn't clash. It's got a nice texture itself, but it also offers the lines. Now that came together a whole lot easier, and this has a little more contrast than I would prefer. There we go. So we'll warm it up. And then lower that contrast again. The light is filtered, but it's coming from all directions except for behind them. So that's why this contrast is so heavy. That's an easy fix, though, no big deal. Now we got that crazy cyan white balance happening. Before we even do that, my dog says hi. Like nap music. So, as we are heading into fall, and so fall is always a little bit busier because we have we're a leaf, you know, we're in an area known for our leaves, and a lot of families do their family pictures. People are getting ready for Christmas cards, that kind of thing. So fall is usually effortlessly full. But I want to keep marketing, because if I don't keep marketing through fall, then my winter is going to seem like the slow season. It doesn't need to. So what I've been working on right now, I'm wrapping up my marketing plan for the next 6 months and putting that into action as best as I can, so that as I get overwhelmed with busyness, I don't put my marketing on the back burner, because it's really easy to do. Let's see here. Did I already hit open? I did. So my magazines that I made on stream should ship pretty soon, and I'm excited to share those. They make my job easy. Right there. Yeah. 45. Alright, and I grabbed close up just so that, because I wasn't using off-camera flash, I won't lose any clarity. So, 152. So I'm going to open these up too, so that if I need to bump the clarity, I've got tighter shots that I can use. And these aren't bad, they're just a little bit noisy, and that way if they want to, actually, I think we probably need them. Yeah, if we need to bump the clarity, if they want to print huge or something like that, and then I've got these as options that I can use to clean up. They just redid this part by the lake that has like little walking trails, and it's got little fishing piers, and it's a really nice addition, I feel like. Oh, we got some sensor dust in there. So, because I've got this separation between light and shadow, I can make sure that their faces are nice and make it a natural part of the image. And then we'll go a little bit smaller. Oops, just to make sure. Maybe I'll switch to my stylus for this one. There we go. I got new gowns coming from Germany, and I cannot wait to use them. Oh, so what I was saying earlier that I got distracted by distracted myself. Was it a cloud? Yeah, it's just cloned out a cloud for no reason whatsoever. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. It was important, too. It was vital, even. There we go. Some color on their faces, some light. Beautiful. And there's a little mist hanging over the lake. Absolutely beautiful. That was the first morning that almost felt like fall. Oh, I know what that's 3 times now. I started to say it and I distracted myself. So fall is a busy season for a lot of photographers, particularly around here with, are his eyes closed in that? I think they might be. So we'll just go with the next one, 1846. Yeah, works. So everything picks up in the fall effortlessly. You don't really have to do anything. Very few jobs at the moment. That's kind of the end of summer. Everybody's switching gears, getting ready for school, and that's not really on their radar. But it'll come. And it's good to find balance now before it all comes at the same time. But I do think that people are concerned right now about money and, you know, all that stuff. But now is a good time to put those practices in place so that you're prepared one way or another. Now, you know, I know what the future holds, but I feel like our industry will be okay. I think that the people who are putting into play the business practices that make a difference, marketing, legalities. Oh, yes. Let me see. I'd love to see your website. I keep seeing that one cloud and feeling like it's a sensor dust. I'm cloning it out. I'm just going to give them, so we'll use a couple different techniques on these similar images. But I had a tree line camera right, so it offered a natural filter for directional lighting. Okay, we're going to take a look at website here. Oh, hold on. I got to redo that so it'll translate it. Oh, I love your opening. I like the slow-mo wind. Is that a bird back there? I love it. Ooh. Fantastic. Did I miss any? Beautiful work. Different uses, different target audiences. Very nice. Oh, you drone photography. Oh, that's interesting. Very nice website. How is it working? How is your traffic? Your website traffic? Is it doing what you wanted it to do? Okay, we already got traffic very bad. Okay, have you worked on your metadata? Have you I don't know who your host is. I don't really, okay, there's some trick to Google, I'm sure, but from my experience, I have not. I've had more success working on the metadata within the content of my website than I have had working with Google Ads. So I'm sure there's somebody who's an expert in Google Ads and within our industry that can make that happen, but I am not that guy. That being said, so if you can keyword all the metadata in your images and in your videos within your website, then that can get picked up by the crawlers. I don't know if that's old information. I've done that for a really long time, and it has always made a huge difference in your SEO. Yeah, and so Google likes fresh content. So change something daily, insert those keywords naturally somewhere in your website, and it'll pick those up, and try to keep it constantly updated. And then don't just rely on, this is the biggest thing. Whenever I'm speaking, this is the biggest thing that people do is don't just do digital marketing. Marketing is about connection. So digital marketing won't have the same impact that we can have face to face. So anytime you can go out and shake hands, get something tangibly in someone's hand, have people talking about you, make that happen in person. 1966. Oops, I should have just and one. No. 70. I think everybody's nervous. I think end of summer everybody gets nervous, and then again in January, February everybody gets nervous. I bet you're not bad with people. I bet you just feel uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the more you get out there and like have your speech prepared, the more natural it becomes, and it becomes more conversational than prepared speech. But you've got to get over that hump of feeling awkward. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am a one-woman show. I don't trust anybody enough to represent my brand. I just don't. And I'm, well, someday maybe I'll get to that point, but it ain't today. 78. I think everybody, even people who are naturally chatty, have to get past that feeling of feeling salesy and feeling fake. You just have to do it over and over and just write yourself a little script of something that feels natural and feels like you, and practice it over and over and over and practice it. Just go to the grocery store and stand in line and practice on the person next to you. You're never going to see him again. Who cares? So just saying it, just the repetition, just giving yourself that homework, it gets easier and it feels like a connection rather than you trying to sell them. Because the thing is, everybody's all, not wanting to be salesy and all that stuff, but like, it's not really about selling them on something as it is about showing them what they need, showing them what value your work offers and what value it'll offer down the road. And I truly believe that. That's not even like a salesy thing. Like, photos have always been really important. Most people who have worked with me like to continue working in the future, which is nice, but the first small talk is hard. I wouldn't think about it as losing potential customers, but you're just warming yourself up for the right customers, the right people that you connect with, that are a good fit for your business. So don't sweat it. If a conversation goes south, just figure out how that happened, and and if it happens again, figure more out the next time. No big deal. Because I stressed about that early in my business. I stressed a lot about when something in my business would change and I would lose clients that I wanted to stick with me. But it wasn't really, looking back, I mean, they were important to where my business was then, but losing them, you can't stay stagnant to maintain the same clients. Some clients will, in my case, they'll age out because I'm primarily family. And it's not that they age out, it's that I just don't see them as often. As they're little and they're changing so fast, I see them a lot. And then as they get older, I see them less and less, maybe yearly. And then they get grown up and start having kids of their own. So their need for me changes and my business shifts with them, or we part ways. And the same for when you're raising prices. That's everybody's hang up is, I don't want to lose the clients that I have, but you can't continue working for the same pay. Nobody works for a different company for 20 years and it makes the same that they made when they started. So photographers shouldn't either. And as our work evolves, we become more valuable. And I'm just rambling because I could go on about that stuff for a long time. Because it's so important. it's too easy to get burnt out. Hey, JW Music. What's up? How's it going? I got a headache. I like this one better. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So I assume you are a musician. So what kind of music? Oh, very cool. The fellow creative. Yes. I'm really distracted by this music, so I'm going to change it. I think I do this every time. Are you a streamer? Share your link. We'll come check you out. I never remember to do that, so I'm really proud of myself right now. I pop my back. I actually like that alternative light. I'm going to leave it alone. Maybe 6. She is so, ooh, okay, here we go. Awesome. Just, oh, wait, I have to put on my other browser. I'm not signed in here. Alright, everybody jump on there. You got yourself a follower. Yay! Alright. She is, if you've watched me stream before, you will recognize this little one from a lot of my composition work, actually. That red hair. Maybe that's a different light. Hi! Isn't she gorgeous? Are we sharp there? Yeah, we are. 1893. Whoops, where'd you guys go? There you are. Whoops, I way overshot this session. Like a lot. So, you like 300 pictures. But you see why. She's easy to photograph. And he is too. He smiles with all the teeth. There he is. Perfect. Three, 06. No, 08. Ooh, okay, I like this one because his little eyelashes catching the light. $1,600 with a newborn. Newborn, I I never, well, okay, I won't say I never overshoot, but because like basically every image is usable, I usually only have 3 to 500 straight out of the camera, and then that translates to 120. Too many still. Did you have family and siblings? That's where it really adds up. When you throw families and siblings, especially if there are multiple siblings, then you've got those different combos, and all of a sudden, I'd rather them have too many than not enough. We've got newborn twins coming up. Little fun sticking out. Ooh, oh, that's a good, when you get a sibling that can hold the baby, one of my favorite things. Was this older sibling a girl or a boy? Because the big sisters, shoot, newborn, let's just start with it. Okay, I'll share my website here. Let me pull this over here. Here's my website. Now I've got to look behind my camera. All right, here a newborn. Now I haven't updated my website in a while, but I shoot in studio and on location. Not super prep heavy, but I always ask the families what kind of, you know, we do a whole pre-session consultation on their interests and lifestyle. Yeah, I'm not. As you can see, I'm posed and with the flower. I don't remember which. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my underrated. That little tree tunnel and his little cheek. I do some props, but it's all posed. I'm a control freak. What's the background? I'm going too fast. Oh, I love baby. Was it? I think you're probably the tree tunnel. Is that what I'm talking about? This one, we're actually we were on a trail there. Did that one the easy way. And these, oh, it just got dark in here. That's weird. So I have newborn twins coming up next week, and they, their family has horses. Two of my favorite things. So I'm thrilled. And these two, so I photographed their newborn pictures, the kiddos that I'm working on now. And that summer, I had, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7th year that I photographed them. They're 7. And I just counted it up the other day because I was telling my clients about it, but I think I had 8 sets of newborn twins that summer, and 4 of them, they were all boy-girl, and then 4 of them had one redhead. What are the odds that is the case? They're pretty good because it happened. But will it ever happen again? No. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I even want to maybe... I don't know if I want to fill that or not. Probably not. Yeah. Little freckles. Even when I go on location with a newborn, I'll do a full in-studio session, and then we'll just do on location like 15, 20 minutes max. Unless there's some really epic happening that takes more time. So I don't know if anybody has noticed on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, the thing where they can, like, businesses or groups can tag everybody. And I can't express to you how much I hate that feature. Oh, you would love to learn more with Newborn in Studios. I'm your girl. That's my jam. I love everything about a newborn session. I love the whole vibe that can tag. So on Facebook they do like at everyone, and it tags everyone in the group. So I've been in a lot of prop, gown, wardrobe, studio wardrobe groups, and there are some places that tag everyone every single time they post something, and it is really irritating. I like the idea of that, like if it were just once in a while, but it was like 4 or 5 times a day. So I had to evaluate whether or not I wanted that, like I liked their products. Yeah, I know. That's what's weird about it. I guess they are encouraging groups over pages. I don't know. I'm moving to where my demographics is not really on Facebook anymore. So my older demographic, the families that I photograph, they're on Facebook. But the younger, the newer, the younger newlyweds starting out to have their babies are on Instagram. So I'm kind of edging away from Facebook because I'm pretty well established in the demographic that's on it in my area. Now, as sure as I say that, things will change, but as of right now, I feel comfortable. Yeah, I know for a while it was really popular to have a group for your, I just don't want to feel like constantly like my clients are being bombarded. I don't want to bombard them or be annoying. I'm just going to give her, where is my cursor? Oh, there it is. Come back. Here it is. Yeah, I agree. But anyway, going back to newborns in studio, those are some of my favorites. And I say that about pretty much everything. I've gotten to the point where I don't shoot anything that I don't love. And I take that back because I still occasionally shoot a cake smash, and I cake smashes. But for the right person, for the right client, I will do it. Just for them. Just special for them. But not because I like doing it. I think that's the worst invention in all of photography, the cake smash. Alright, and that nice little, it's pretty flat, but the lighting is. And then I might actually just burn her freckles down a little bit. hate adults. Yeah, I've kind of I've come to like when people will say I'm not photogenic. I don't like pictures of myself because I kind of like that challenge. I like to show them themselves on their best day. It's reality, but it's them when they're looking and feeling good and feeling confident. I want them to see that. And some people are tough to where, it doesn't matter, but most of the time that's so rewarding to see, because you see it immediately when they see themselves the way other people see them. That glow. Everybody deserves that glow. Well, I just went ham on this whole, like a whole bunch of these. Alright. I can't. I still have to do it. I can't not. They're too cute. But what I was complaining about, this is another Facebook thing, is when people are looking for a craftsperson or a skilled trade, like a photographer or, construction or somebody to sew or whatever, they're always looking for someone reasonable or doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and those phrases drive me crazy. If you have a specific budget, sure, just say what your specific budget is, but don't insult an entire profession because the industry standard is outside of your budget. And that is my public service announcement for the day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Over and out. But that just, it just hits different. For whatever reason, it just hit different this week. Thank you. Appreciate that. I forgot earrings today, so I feel naked. I just saw something for dust. Look at that fog. Isn't that pretty? Some of my most favorite pictures I've ever taken were in the fog. The least predictable weather pattern in Indiana. Aw, buddy. 1921. You've got me questioning my position. 3. Am I just filling out? Where'd you guys go? There you are. Oh, forget it. His mom is gonna love that. That one might be better even. Yeah, that one's better. A little smile. I'm going to pull both those, but I might not use them both. 36. What a pretty day. It feels more like fall than it should feel right now, so I know that it's going to be real disappointing when we're back in the extremely hot summer numbers. I am usually cold. Let's pop that in there. So I don't mind summer, but I do love coffee and sweaters and, you know, all that good stuff. Oh, we might actually just hang on both of those. Who am I to decide? Look at that. Just the way the light just like kisses that dimple. Like it's not a light shadow situation. It's so subtle. And then the little rim lighting on his cheek. Beautiful. Natural lighting is certainly more subtle, but it's all important. I love these up close, and I love it when you have an up close face shot and then they print big. Oh, that's my favorite. Love it. He looks grown up here too. I still think of them as like, you know, babies. It's funny, you kind of freeze people in your mind, and I see them every year, but I still think of them, you know, since I photographed them as babies. It doesn't seem like that long ago. Why aren't they still babies? Ooh, I like this already. Okay. So far, let's check on our progress here. The edited 40. So quite a ways to go. Because I have no self-control. And I overshoot sessions. Yeah, these leading lines are interesting. I like that. I think part of it is that they're so cooperative that we shoot so quickly, and it feels like You shouldn't be done yet. Let's just keep shooting. Oh no. 1,000 photos. What just happened? Mm, 1951. That might be better. So I'll pull them both up and check them out side by side. And 66. I had dental work done last week and I feel like I'm still like slurring a little bit. 2. Oh. 68, 72, and then what was it? 6. So I'll go through the same ones because they're better. Maybe an 86. Okay, and then I need to edit. I'm starting to pull too many. And then I pull too many and close my computer down. Let me check here. I like that crop, but I just don't want to. Alright, so I brought that down. I need to warm it up again. When you bring down the brightness, really drain the color. And then I'm going to give them a little bump. There's a lot of cool in that image, knocking off the balance. I know I hate math. I'll never ever use math. This one actually needs. I've been taking the contrast down because of. Oh, wait, maybe I don't. I don't want to do either of those actually. Changing it up. Don't want those. A little different contrast. I like that better. And then I can warm it up. So if you've been streaming with me, if you've been hanging out, you know that I coach soccer too. And I have this intense tan. So my face is like 76 shades darker than I try to even it out like when I'm not coaching, but I try to wear sleeveless so that I can, but it's not working. I'm many different shades of color, and then my stomach is like ridiculously white. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this because of the fog, the like gradient that it created on the texture. I love it. I'm gonna leave it alone. together. And I'm just going to brighten, especially her face. Her face got a little more light than hers did. Yeah, it leaned in a little bit more, so we'll hang on to that one. I love the subtlety in the water. You can see some of the rocks and stuff, but they're not real discernible. I'm just gonna get rid of that sensor dust to make sure it's not getting crazy. There's a car back there too. I like the texture of the stone, the gravel, juxtaposed to the water and how organic and cool it is. I don't love the car though. I wasn't paying attention to the car at all. Now this would be one that would really be meant to be printed large, environmentally like that. I love the big environment heavy portraits. Oh, I just noticed that Kroger bag. Was that in the other one? So charming. Yeah, just a little bit. Like that. I love the texture that the Kroger bag has. Like I still thinking him out of here easier. Make him disappear. I'm hungry. Got one like that already. 1994, that was a good year. I was 12. We're not even halfway. $1,000. Ooh. We went 2000 or 2001. So basically the same. But I like to overthink it. We're gonna psychology and a different way to look at it all. 'Cause my perspective is broken. like, even though he's looking off, I really like that movement in that image. So I'm going to grab that one.
I better start putting miles on my feet, but I'm so tired.
I'm just gonna boost.
Wandering.
It's feel really bright and light and airy. A little different. I tend to go real heavy and dark, but this morning light just calls for something different than my normal. I'm just gonna get rid of this, whether it's through cloning or whether it's through cropping. Probably makes sense. And that holds on to that leading line too, not coming directly from the center.
I thought by now pain would be my friend. I know that discomfort was a means to an end, but I'm lying in oil.
I need a reset day at some point. You know, just like a day in the midst of like 2 months of absolute madness, just a day to like eat and binge watch Bravo. Oh, 2015. So it feels like that should be like last year, 7 years ago. Crazy. Look at that pose. I need to listen to the same songs over and over so I can know the words. My family's life. We came to this spot with this family last year, and this time we just went across the road. 44, 48. Oh, finally. Yes. Get the kiddos to bed. Have a nice, quiet evening. It's only noon where I am. So enjoy. Enjoy your peace and quiet. It'll be a while from here. Thanks for hanging out, though. I think I want to leave this light sliver. I think I like it. I don't know why my music stopped. Oh, I was at the end. Christmas? Too soon? Aw, thank you. Oh, there we go. And then I'm gonna look at those bright faces. I love it. And I want to keep his little hand tucked in his pocket. The old sun flare when I first opened up my studio 15 years ago. the very in thing was Sunflare. And I'm sure photographers that had been around for a while were like, "You Sunflare, go on." Some of us grew out of it. I used to have it was what was it? It was like an acrylic or something back there that had a family picture with Sunflare, and then you could do your you could do added Sunflare. What a terrible idea. Why? It has its place, but there were a lot of artistic liberties taken in the name of Sunflare because people couldn't handle lighting. Hold on here. Let's go 2030. We're trucking. Oh, wait, no. How about 2032? Look, what are those back there? They're ducks or something. They're not. I think it's just like a stick. Never mind. I've got it clean. Alright, that bright is really fighting for the attention. Bring it down a touch. So, where are we at now? 57 done. Let's go 2066. because, okay, I think I have, let me check here. Pretty sure I have one. Of when they were 3. Okay. Buckle up for some cuteness here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm pretty sure there is one. Oh my gosh. Of him looking out. There it is with his little fedora. Forget it. I can't. I just can't. It's too much. It's too cute. Oh my gosh. I gotta get out to that spot again too. It's so pretty. Alright, I got distracted. Back at it. Okay, there are 9,000 pieces of sensor dust on this one. Perfect. Take this way down. Not that far, actually. Just go straight at it. You know what? Let's just get down in there. They really look grown up. Once you look at their old pictures, then you can see.
She was out there alone on the highway. She had a broken wing, she's trying to hide. And I was much too old to act on a feeling. But then again, I ain't never had someone to hold. I wrote songs for a mockingbird. Take 'em all, leave 'em, I know that she heard. Songs for a mockingbird. Looking at me, she sang every word. Songs for a mockingbird. Oh, you're giving it.
Well, let's do some. There you go.
Summertime, summertime, love's in its prime. Summertime, summertime.
I mean, like, some of these are hard to see if they're sensor dust or if they're clouds or reflections in the water.
And love's a game, love's a game. No one's to blame. Who are you counting on? Who are you leaning on? When the cold winds blow strong, who are you counting on? Wintertime, wintertime, blood in the snow. Wintertime, wintertime.
Right, so I'm going to
Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Adam and Eve.
go way smaller.
New Year's Eve, wear it on your Who are you counting on? Who are you leaning on? When the cold winds blow strong, who are you leaning on? Low down valley, low down values, easy come, easy go. Angry liver, go down to the river. There you will find some peace of mind. Spring will come, with squirrels on the run. Lots of fun, sit in the sun. Another one will surely come. Who are you counting on? Who are you leaning on? When the cold winds blow strong, with all that's going on.
Eight. I love the yellow. Her hair. Yeah, let's switch to 80. Four. Okay, now this is going to be a composite. So I'll stop there. So there's just a little tiny over her eye. Just gonna burn in those freckles a little. There's my. There we go. Okay, I ran out of stuff to talk about. And I also zoned out for a little bit, so sorry about that. Focusing on the music. So I want to keep one of the horizon lines straight. So I don't want to cut her hand off. So I'll just experiment with it a little bit. I'm going to go with a smaller one and make sure I'm not burning down this real subtle highlight. Just helping define her, separate her from the background. I'm just gonna color a little bit more. I always think that like kayaking and paddleboarding, I think that was so peaceful. I've never done either of those things. I don't know why I just wasn't more careful about not shooting these crooked, but here we are. I'm just gonna go right over that. And then I'm gonna edit this just slightly different than still needs to be warmed up, but I'm going with a brighter edit on this. I'm gonna say like the darker than super easy. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a break now. My plan is to go eat lunch and come back because this has to get done by Friday. But let's see, out of never mind, my computer's like, too bad, you're done. You said you were done, and now you're done. But I think we're probably about halfway through. We've got around 60 edited, and there will be less in studio than we shot outside. We just shot less combos. So it shouldn't be too long, maybe an hour and a half or so to finish up. So I will either be back, I'm planning to come back today, but if I don't, sorry. And I will be back tomorrow because they have to be finished by Friday. So thank you guys for coming to hang out. I'm trying to get back into my normal streaming habits, so I appreciate your patience. Thank you for coming to hang out, for the convo, all that good stuff, keeping me company while I edit. Have a good one, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Oh no, it's frozen. Too bad, I'm not leaving. I can't leave. How weird. What is going on with my computer? Alright, I don't even know actually if you can still see me. I'm gonna try something, so go away, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, I think we're back. Anyway, we'll try this again. Make sure that you follow on here, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, and hit me up and I'll follow you back. Thank you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.